and welcome to the Community Coach Workshop Business Plan. So, what I'd like to do is just take a few minutes and allow you to see what the Community Coaching Workshop Business Plan really looks like and really let you see what we have to offer the community. The Community Coach Workshop Business Plan is presented by myself, Wayne Winton. I am a coach. We are coaching several um, different areas, meaning we have business coaching coaches, we have family coaches, we have individual coaches. Results coaching is really what everything is all about because we are here to get you the result that you desire. And that is the number one focal point. Our other focal point is to make sure we're starting to break the current thought patterns of coaching. When somebody says the word coach, I'm a coach, I'm a life coach, or I'm a results coach, or I'm a business coach, usually there is some negative connotations or negative energy that comes with that. And I want to completely eradicate that and remain transparent. So, this business plan, publicly sharing my business plan, is showing where our values are actually staked at, where we want to go, and who we're looking to help and why. If these meet your needs, then great. Come on and let's join the team and let's work this thing out and really get out there to truly make an impact and help some people. The mission statement for the Community Coaching Workshop is our mission is to deliver quality content to the people who need it most. We plan on offering high quality advice to be used to better the lives and reinforce the foundation of our own individual community. CCW strives to be the gateway program that shows people the value of good coaching with integrity and complete transparency in order to help people live more meaningful, productive lives so they can achieve the dreams that they have. Any coach or any person that tells you that you have to have them and they're going to fix you, run from that person immediately. There is nothing wrong with you currently. There are simply a few guidelines that could be placed or a few tools that could be placed in your hands so that you can do the adjustments yourself and that you can live that beautiful life that you want to and not somebody else's. Okay. Our mission continued. The mission continues. Wayne Winton and the CCW team are ready to help you with your dreams. It's about you, not us. And that is where so many other coaches lose their light and they lose their way. Any coach that makes it about them and not you is a major red flag. And that's what I want to start shedding light on. I want to shed light on the entire industry. I couldn't join this industry, and I didn't for a very long time because I could not make peace with or come to terms with some of the people who were taking advantage of others out there and the reputation that that has in this particular community and industry. We are driven to help serve others in their time of need. CCW's focus is on healthy family relationships and dynamics, and healthy personal relationships, and healthy mental health relationships with each individual person that is part of that family. All too often, we see families ripped apart these days. There are so many things: social media, drugs, gangs. I mean, there's just so many different scams. There's so much different stuff out there that people don't know what to listen to. And now nobody trusts anything. Nobody believes anything that's out on the internet out there. And the tragedy of that is the good things that come through often get overlooked. There is typically an untimely gap between the time that people start to seek help when they are already on the verge of crisis mode, like people are kind of moving towards that crisis, and then boom, all of a sudden, here they are faced with this. And when they can actually pick up the phone and get an appointment with a licensed healthcare professional. Now, I'm going to go ahead and state it right here, right now. I am not a licensed healthcare professional. I looked into doing this. And looked into going through these different avenues and roads, and I would love to do it. But here's the problem: in order for me to become a licensed therapist at this particular point in time, at 40 years of age, it would take another decade for me to get just the schooling requirements to actually get to that point where I could start implementing the things that I already know work and start actually helping people. So it would be an entire decade, 2035, I'm sorry, 2034, before I would even have the opportunity to start helping people. So I said, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to start helping people now. I'm going to use and implement these tools now. And we're really going to focus on the people. And I'm going to be transparent about it. So I am not a licensed healthcare provider at this particular point in time. I am not, and I'm transparent about it. And I don't want there to be any miscommunication about it. This is not doctors' medical advice that we're providing for people. We are giving you tools, okay? Tools to help yourself. That's what our mission statement is all about. And to bridge that gap between people that are on the verge of crisis and making an appointment, we want to work with licensed healthcare professionals. I want somebody to say, hey, I'm in a crisis mode right now, or we're on the verge of crisis. We need to get a licensed healthcare professional on the phone and get a telehealth or get a Zoom appointment or get something out there. It still could be a couple weeks, if not months, before those people actually have access to that and are able to book the appointment. That's where the community coaching workshop steps in. And we can take a call immediately, right? We can move faster. We have different options. We don't have that box built around us. So we can help now. You can make a phone call, you can hit up our team, and we can get you some tools and some results that you can use to help you now, here, immediately in your immediate situation, not weeks, days, weeks, or months down the road. Okay. So the problem that CCW solves is one of the biggest problems in our business are people that are skeptical and write coaching off as a scam or snake oil. And trust me, I get it. I understand. When I was doing my personal development journey, I ran into so much crap and so many money pits that it actually was so frustrating. It inspired me to do what I'm doing here now and do this particular program with you. Okay. CCW will push the bar higher with a big plan in mind, focusing on the whole family, not just one individual. The individuals are important, and we provide services and tools for those individuals to build themselves up and how to bring what they have to offer back to the family so that they can communicate in a much more effective manner. It's all based on communication. We'll be offering monthly workshops via Zoom or StreamYard, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all of the above to generate live content. That live content is our brand, and that live content is what's going to allow you to be able to say, hey, what does this guy have to say? Is his message on board with my message? Are we compatible with the same morals? Do we have the same core foundational issues? Honesty, trust, integrity. If we have those things, how can we work together? And now that you can see that those are our core values and you agree with some of the things that we have to say, now we can work with you on a one-on-one basis, or we can work on you in a family intervention situation. We can work with you to help that situation. It's creating an audience for whom we can supply quality and valuable information to. It's based also on the concept of reciprocity. We provide the information freely on public platforms. If the value is found in those workshops, then we create an opportunity to join a private training group or schedule a one-on-one private training call to access the coaches live for interaction and instant answers in real time. These are the things that people need. This is what the community and the public has said that they wanted, and this is exactly what we're going to give them. Now, let's take a look at some broken home statistics right here. And the very first thing that I would like to do is I would like to acknowledge all of the people who do not identify as male or female. I don't want to go that far into it. I am simply addressing and acknowledging Hey, we respect everything, whatever you want to call yourself, whatever you refer to yourself as, that is great and fine and dandy. We have no argument for you there. This is not a gender um, categorizing opportunity here. We respect people for who they are, and that's the number one goal. Okay. Everybody is treated with respect. I do have to use the term and the word father, mother, male, female, because it does apply in a family dynamic. Now, that again, I'm not going to go off any other deep end and say, we have to have one or the other. Eh, Families that have two men or two women, two moms, two dads, male, female, all of that works with the community coaching workshop program. And we are open and inviting to all of those individuals. Okay. But to get through some science, to get through some technical data here, we have to use those terms. So let's just dive right into it. Across the United States in 2022, data indicates that approximately 18.3 million children, I'll repeat that number again, 18.3 million children who have who are without a father in the home, um, is are 1 in 4 families do not have a family in the home or a father in the home. So that is 25% of the community does not have. There are single family homes out there that occupy 25%, 1 in 4. So if you have 4 children, okay, or you have a group of friends and there's 4 children in there, one of them probably only has one parent in the home at any given time. About 80% of single parent homes are led by single mothers. Okay. We all know how hard single mothers work. I see it all the time, how hard single mothers work. I couldn't imagine being a single mom these days in age. I mean, it is ludicrously difficult just with the bills and grocery shopping. My wife and I, who have a marriage of 20 plus years, have a difficult time raising 2 children. I have raised a child all the way to 18, and he's off in college right now, doing extremely well. Graduated one of the best top students in his class. So I can totally attest to all the information that's being provided here. I am a father. I stayed in the home. I raised my children from brand new newborn all the way up to 18 and out on their own, and another one on the way. We've got that wonderful teenage experience going on in the household right now. Well, let's get back to the statistics here. Children from single parent families are twice as likely to suffer from mental health and behavioral problems as those living with married parents. Now, let's think about that. Half. We're not talking about 10%, 5%, even 20%. We're talking about half. Half. Okay. Half of those children are having issues and suffering from mental health or behavioral issues simply because of the parental environment that is their home. That is the main reason. And that is why we're here to help provide that family with some structure, provide that family with some tools, provide those leaders in that family and those primary caregivers the tools that they need to help graze their children, just like we did, all the way to that successful point in time to where they can provide for themselves. In one study, 70% of youth in a state operated facility was from single parent homes. So 70% of the children in like foster cares or what used to be considered orphanages were from single parent homes. So if you're telling me that having 2 people in the home does not really benefit the child, I cannot believe that. The science, and that's what makes the community coaching workshop different. We base everything on science. You can go right here, you can do your own research and you may get different numbers, but you'll still see very similar trends. This one was from americafirstpolicy.com. If you'd like to go and check that out, you most certainly can. Children with an actively engaged father perform much better in school. Some of the data shows that they are 33% less likely to repeat a class and 43% more likely to get higher grades in school than a student who only has one parent. Again, these are gigantic numbers. 43%, almost half, are going to get better grades if there is a father or a father figure in the household. Okay. In one study, 56% of school shootings, only 10 of the shooters, 18%. So 18%, a very, very small amount, were raised in homes with both biological parents. 82% grew up in either an unstable family environment causing mental health and behavioral issues, or without both biological parents together, meaning that the parents that created this child were not there to help raise them as they should be in a more appropriate home environment. Those are staggering numbers, and you can do your own research. I highly encourage you to do so. Anything we do at Community Coach Workshop Program, I highly encourage you to fact check it. We've done a lot of research on our end, but I highly encourage you to do the same as well. Okay, just to make sure that everybody's on the same page. Don't take my word for it, question it, and do the research that you can do on your own to fact check everything. You should be doing this not just with my information, but any information you ever get. Always fact check your information. I do. So, the offer here, Community Coaching Workshop is the bridge between those who are leery of spending money on something that may not truly meet their needs previously or delivered the results that they wanted. So, have you tried family therapy? Have you tried a coach? Have you tried a life coach? Have you tried a family coach? Have you tried counseling, individual counseling, either through the school or through some public system? Have you tried these and it didn't work? Okay. If you have, I've got good news for you. We have a completely different setup. We have a completely different set of tools that we use. So even if you've had things fail in the past, we have a solution for you. Not very many people are eager to ask for help, especially men. Ask me how I know the answer to this question. Why do I know the answer to this question? Because I didn't want to get help. Okay. There are times that I did not have everything together. I had to go through the school of hard knocks of life as well. And I had to fall down and get back up and trial and error and see what works and see what doesn't work. And I had to reach out and do my own research. And the last thing I wanted to do was call some other person to help me be a better person, because now, as a man, I have to admit that I'm wrong, which most men cannot or will not do. And number two, you have to ask for help, which again, most men cannot and will not do. Therefore, we've come up with the Community Coaching Workshop DIY workshops, okay, right here. In the DIY workshops, this is where you can pick up that information, learn it on your own, and then bring it back to the family and start applying it and implementing it. That's where the real change happens, okay? If you do decide that you do need a little bit of help and you are one of those men who is a little more proactive and can see the benefit in the information that we have to offer, now you can call us. Now you can sign up for one of our programs. You can get one-on-one advice. We can come into the home. We can talk to you. We can talk to the family, and we can really get people where they need to be in these particular situations. CCW provides free workshop classes with the option to decide if they can apply the information from their situation to get further assistance for one-on-one coaching sessions or intervention sessions. We will offer paid for and private sessions. So if you can't afford it, families that can't afford it, we've got an option for you too. Just give us a call, fill out an application, let us know that you're having some financial issues, and we'll get you the help that you need. Let's see. We also offer one-on-one coaching sessions in some cases. These are filmed, and we can use that content for our social media platforms to show what is possible to others and show that the system works for the skeptical people out there. Okay, that's just it. We're giving that public, showing that it works, real people, real results in real time. And that's what's missing in the community right now. I do not know anybody who is trying to put this amount of information together in this format for people to actually use. So where does the profit come from? I mean, obviously, I need to be able to eat. I need to be able to pay for my children's college. I need to be able to support my family. And I need to do all the things that I need to do as a man for my particular family. So where does the profit come from? Well, we're going to remain 100% transparent. Posting content to social media allows us to run ads on public materials. So there's a little bit of income stream driven in through there. It also provides advertising opportunities and private coaching sessions. So we do charge for those private coaching sessions as anyone would. And that's where some of the income comes from as well. CCW also can offer affiliate links to the group with no pressure sales. So what I mean by that is we create these online communities, such as a Facebook group where people can come. It doesn't cost anything to join. But if I see a really good book on parenting or a really good book on self-help for men or quitting smoking, quitting drinking, any of these other things that plague us, I can then post a link to that. And we do receive a little bit of a commission for posting that particular link. And that's one other little income stream that can help support the entire message as we move forward. We build a network of like-minded individuals that see the coaches as leaders and that can trust our opinion. We're building a brand so that you can trust what we actually put out there. Now, let's talk about the profit for a second. Offering both paid for and free coaching interventions, paid for private lessons, and free video recording sessions help make this accessible to anyone that actually needs this. This maximizes the reach of the possibility or the possible relationship, saving information for both the ones who can afford it in those one-on-one sessions and those who can't afford it. This is our target audience. If our advice works and they can see that it works on those public platforms, then they will see that it works in the private platforms as well. Let's see here. If our advice works in the real world, most people will pay it forward generously in donations, sponsorship, and by purchasing products through the Community Coaching Workshop Services Program. So that's how things get funded, okay? It's not conventional, but it's how we do it. That's why we're different. CCW is the bridge from on the verge of crisis to help. If you are on the verge of crisis right now and you called to make an appointment, how long would it be before you actually got seen? That is one of the main problems we're actually trying to solve. Okay. So let's discuss scalability just for a minute here. Now we discuss the scalability of the program and licensing of the brand. Think of it like masterclass meets intervention. Okay. The TV show. You remember the TV show Intervention? It was great. It brought a huge light and helped. How many families did that help to see, hey, there's options for us to get this kid or this person some help or this family member some help? There was a lot of people saved by that show. And I want to continue that and take it into the digital social media era. Okay. It is a single source of experts in their respective fields that build content. That's what we're going for here. Other people can use the content created to share their information and in their community to spread the information. This provides quality content for them to share, getting more people familiar with the CCW brand. One, or the more people we can reach, the bigger community we can build, and this offers more private and public coaching opportunities and sound advice from people that you can trust. And that's where everything comes down to. In this modern day world, trust is currency. Okay. So why CCW? We offer the opportunity for people to help themselves. Again, men being one of the few people who we're just not going to ask for help, or at least the large majority of us don't ask for help. So we need DIY programs to be able to get that information across there. For more difficult cases, we do offer private sessions that are paid for. For those that cannot afford a private one-on-one session, we have a free option where we would record some of the information, make it public content, pending their approval, and prove that it works to create education and awareness. No one gets left behind. That's the main thing that we want to prove here is no one gets left behind, okay? Public speaking engagements will also offer other opportunities to provide this information to create brand awareness and let people see the tools and that they can be immediately implemented and start working. Just as soon as you start using the tools, they start working. You take a hammer, you smack a nail, it's working. Okay, that's what we're offering here. Public speaking engagements can be free or sponsored. Sponsored will again add to the profitability of the program as well. We can improve overall work environment, mood, along with productivity, and making the whole company produce more efficiently and effectively to become more successful, thus profiting from the inside by changing the core dynamic of the people responsible for making this happen. So, where does this come into play? Well, this is for companies. Eventually, we will do company sessions where we come out to a company and we speak in front of that company's employees and we explain the values of the home life and having a good home life, making for more productive employees. If we can create that communication lubrication to help. When you're happy at home, you're happy at work. Okay. If you're happy at work, you might not be happy at home. Okay. But it doesn't work the other way around. If you're not happy at home, you are not showing up to work happy. I guarantee it. Happy home, happy life, happy, happy, happy. When you're not happy at home and you're struggling and you're escaping, then that's when burnout happens. Okay. That's when all these other bad things happen. So for corporate sponsorship, this is exactly what we're looking for. Currently, our competitors are really none. There's really not another system offered like this that I am actually aware of. It combines all the strategies of pushing the free bar higher. We create a group setting for the workshops and for the concept of building an audience to collect useful information and provide services that would benefit them. Free content with online workshops is recorded in sessions to show ultimate transparency with real clients and real struggles through real problems, getting real results with the tools that can be implemented instantaneously. That is our huge goal. Okay. All psychology leads back to letting people make their own decisions and offering better alternatives for them to choose from to meet their timeline. Everything comes from within. That is the biggest thing that we do, is everything comes from within. I'm not I'm not forcing you to do anything you don't want to do. I'm just saying, hey, here's a choice that you made: smoking, vaping, drinking to excess, not communicating with people. These were all bad decisions. Let's offer some alternatives, maybe not smoking, quitting vaping, losing that bad habit, losing those poor avenues and vices. And let's see what happens when we fill that time that we spend on those things with more creative and better empowered alternatives. That's really where things are headed for the Community Coach Workshop Program. Here's our timeline. I am presently working to collect testimonials, which we have done, from clients, and explaining my client base to prove the concept and that the teachings truly do work to create buzz locally about the company and our mission. CCW's first year goal is $250,000 and then to hit $1 million by the 5-year mark. Currently, we are considering sponsors and partners at this time. So if you'd like to sponsor or partner, go ahead, hit me up on the socials. I'll post my contact information down below. Just let me know, and we'll see if we're a good fit to work with you and your company as well to help us meet our goals. The financial side of things. Speaking engagements will be free until sponsorship is offered. My goal is in the first year to get sponsored speaking engagements for between $3,000 and $5,000 a piece. In the beginning, speaking engagements will offer the platform to gain private one-on-one coaching sessions. However, long-term, it will be to improve the lives of those people individually. Currently, we have 2 programs for private coaching, which is the Golden Ticket Coaching Experience. It starts at $285 an hour. This is for individuals, couples, and families. Our other bigger program is the 3-part program, the 10% Experience program, which is a 3-part coaching intervention that will be income-based. Nobody gets left behind. That's why it's income based. $100 does not mean the same to somebody who makes $30,000 a year as it does to somebody who makes $300,000 a year, as it does to somebody who makes $30 million a year. Okay, it's not the same. It's not apples to apples. So we offer income based opportunities for people, and that's really where things come into play. Marketing strategies. Hold free. We're going to hold free public workshops at local libraries and businesses to create awareness about the brand and generate private clients for local based income. Reaching the masses, we then take that information and we apply it to public platforms to build a community of people that the process really did work for. Okay. We're going to utilize influencers to promote business. Interviews, special guests, testimonials will all boost engagement. Any platform that can be used to promote education or exposure to the brand will be used. That is our whole motto. Funding. CCW has little to no overhead. There are no products to build, buy, ship, store, or sell, and in the long term, return or have problems with, right? There's no manufacturing defects in this business plan. No money is required up front to invest. Income is accumulated from the private one-on-one coaching sessions, sponsorship, and the affiliate links. 100% transparency here. The company can grow as fast or as slow as it needs to organically, and that's what our main goal is here. We can grow fast, we can grow slow. Really, it's all about the feedback that we get from the individual person, and that's what it's all about. Let's introduce you to the team. First of all, we have Wayne Winton, myself. I'm the founder of the company. I have extremely high standards for myself and my peers in both life and business. Anybody who hangs around me knows this. Disciplined routine for success. We get up, we stretch, we exercise, we walk, we grind, we hustle, we work, we do everything, and we are relentless to make sure that the goal gets accomplished. I do whatever is necessary to get the job done with honesty and integrity. So we will do anything that it takes to get the job done as long as it's done with honesty and integrity. Becoming a team player, I understand the value of people and the value that people have to offer. I also like to work with a team so that each person's talents can come off and shine as brightly as possible so that they can show their aspect. And I work with people who complement. Okay, we have polarity here so that everybody really gets a chance to shine. I'm also 80% owner of CCW and the founder of CCW at this particular point in time. Hannah Pfaff is one of our other owners, and she has an amazing story as well. So going back to that polarity, where I have strong determination, drive, push through, creative skills, all of these things, Hannah has them in a different way. She has that feminine aspect to it. And that doesn't mean that she's weak by any means under the sun whatsoever. In fact, she is extremely strong. She is a ludicrously strong individual, strong-willed and strong-minded. Hannah is an entrepreneur and a mother of two who is highly motivated to help make a difference in our society, beginning with the lives and members in her very own community. Okay, so she is dedicated to finding a solution to the problem and not just going to sit around and complain while others put in the work for making lasting changes that we all want to see. Life is not one size fits all, and it certainly isn't easy. However, it's far too beautiful and precious and short for us to let a chance dictate how we live our lives and impact those around us. So Hannah is extremely good at the aspects that she does. She edits these PowerPoint presentations. She's a monster on getting things done and just pushing forward and contacting, like I said, with Turner, contacting radios and newspaper outlets and different things like that to really get things moving in that correct direction. And Hannah's a wonderful person, an individual herself. The next person we have here who is part of the company is Jason Walbert. Jason Walbert is an entrepreneur, an investor, a coach, and a mentor. He's an industry-leading security consultant Jason knows the struggles that it takes to build a brand that stands out from the crowd in an oversaturated market. With a huge passion for helping service-based businesses grow, Jason is often referred to as the blue collar coach for or the blue collar business coach by several of the nation's leading business coaches. Now, I want to break that down for a second and just tell you that Jason is very open about his struggles with ADHD. He is driven to help other entrepreneurs with ADHD, and he knows what it feels like to fail because he's done it. I've done it. Hannah's done it. All of us have experienced a lot of failure to get to the point where we are today. He knows how sweet the success can be after a hard struggle as well. Okay, so you got to have that struggle to really appreciate it and to get it. While most business coaches have never built or ran a business outside their coaching program, Jason has built several businesses from the ground up, as well as bought failing businesses and turned them around to become money making machines. Jason helps his coaching clients do the exact same thing. So, right there, Jason is putting his money where his mouth is. These are the kind of people that I want to work with. Somebody who isn't just saying, hey, I built this coaching business, come follow me. Well, maybe that doesn't have anything to do with your plumbing business, your heating business, your locksmith business, your security business, your restaurant, your bar, whatever it is. Jason can help you with those particular businesses. And that's really what he's extremely good at. So, making one of our first big splashes here, this is something that's near and dear to me. The team is just as eager to give back to the community and GSD or get stuff done as anybody else. We believe in sharing the wealth with those in the community that need that extra assistance. And Turner was one of those people. So you can meet Turner here. This sweet boy needed a machine to help him walk. That was about $30,000. Okay. And when we first heard of this, it did not look like they were going to meet that goal at that particular point in time. So the family had raised a few $1,000s, but it just didn't look like they were going to make it. We stepped in, we donated directly, both myself and Hannah, we donated directly to this thing. And then we also pushed it. We said, hey, we can't, giving is one thing, right? But how can we make sure that they hit their goal? Well, we can help push this through our social media outlets and our networks so that we can give this the exposure that it actually deserves. Then Hannah jumped in, contacted the newspapers, local radio stations, people like that, and really just knocked this thing out of the park. In fact, she didn't just get the program to its $30,000 mark. She actually went one step further and helped them to obtain a vehicle because now they've got this $30,000 walking machine. How are they going to take it anywhere, right? They got to be able to take it to the store and all these other places. Well, we worked on that and we have a plan for that as well too. The community really made this whole thing happen, and the community is what brought everybody together, and that's the whole inspiration for our name, the Community Coach Workshop Program. You can look it up on the internet right here. You can do your own fact checking and research. This is all 100% legitimate and valid. Not only did we help in and help Turner take his first steps, but we also helped them obtain a vehicle to help him get the ramp for his walking device, which is extremely important. This is where the inspiration and the name Community Coach comes from. We want to do the Give the Gift Challenge every year to use social media for something positive and good. As our brand grows, we will continue to impact others along the way and find people in need of our help. So we'll get back into the vision here, the Community Coach Workshop vision. Our mission is to deliver quality content and education to the people who absolutely need it the most. We want to bridge the gap between the skeptics of coaching and good quality advice that can be used to help better their lives. CCW strives to be the gateway program to show people the value of good coaching with integrity that helps people live better lives, more meaningful lives, and more productive lives so that they can achieve their dreams with absolute lasting results. Okay, anything can be done temporarily. It takes real work and effort, like our golden ticket coaching program, to get the results that actually stick. We also offer the 10% experience. This is a three-part experience that will provide the inner peace that you desire and to help understand yourself. Okay. We visit past traumas if that's what's necessary to expose what your pain and suffering is and what it's caused by to help those events understand what brought you to where you are now. Uh, being a what we need to do is build a compelling future. So we need to understand where you came from, where you are now, and building a compelling future. Turn your past pain into the power that propels you to be the best version of yourself. That is the core foundation of the community coaching workshop experience. Speaking engagements, we can learn how to balance the wheel of life. Often people have this wheel and they have these three stages, but they're not equal, right? How many people out there donate a ludicrous amount of time to work, right? You've got all these work and finance things going on, and that's your biggest thing. But your family time and your self care is depleting. Okay, or you spend all the time with the family. Maybe you've got some stay at home moms, stay at home dads, and everything's focused on the family. Maybe you'd like to focus on you having a little bit of a career as the child grows up, and then be able to put some of that information into yourself. That is exactly what the community coaching workshop program is all about. We can help you get from where you are to where you want to be. All right. So this includes help for all of us. Have you absolutely gone out there and tried everything? Do you feel like a broken man or woman sometimes? We have answers for that. Okay. A lot of times, men don't like to ask for help. But I can tell you, after being in this industry, needing help at one point in time, and getting it and finding it, and now being able to help others, that it's okay. It's okay to ask for help. This is also where, if you're not going to ask for help and schedule an appointment one on one, go seek out that information. Go to the YouTube channels and go find the DIY information that you can use to immediately start helping your life. Okay. You can simply follow Wayne Winton on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or any of the other social platforms for tips. You can also call for an appointment. My number's right here. It's 970-319-4842, and people can call and you can schedule an appointment. If you find my free content and you have just a few little questions, we can help you out with that at any point in time. So please do not give up. Just give us a call. All right. So we also create an opportunity to have a real conversation out there. I mean, how many people are out there reaching for another? Why not reach for another beer? Because it's easier to do that than to talk to your spouse or talk to your significant other. And this comes from both ends. It's usually men who are going to engage in those activities, but there are women that'll engage in those activities as well. We need communication to be able to come together, to be able to understand the other person and create a safe environment where men and women or people and families can have that table to allow themselves to put their cards out on so that they can get the help that they need at that particular point in time. This is where everything comes about right here. Okay. Creating that space, actually connecting with your significant other. I mean, how many times out there have we seen this not happen? Maybe you're sitting at a dinner together. How many people out there have had this experience? You go out and you see a couple and they're sitting across from each other at a very expensive restaurant, or any restaurant for that matter, and they're doing this. Okay. They're paying attention to their phone, not their partner. And that is a huge problem. If you're doing that, that's a gigantic red flag. When I go out to dinner with my wife, this goes down and away, and I am focused on having a conversation with my wife, because these are the moments we need together to be able to build that plan and create more vision for our own lives, for what we both want out of life and marriage. We're on this same blue marble hanging out together. We might as well engage with each other and hang out and enjoy each other's company. That is the community coach workshop at its core. Fathers can learn how to be there for their children. Okay, this is not a factory installed concept. It's not. I wish it was, but unfortunately it's not. I had to learn how to be a father. I had to learn how to be a good father. Let's correct that. Being a father, as long as you're around, hey, you're doing better than a lot of people out there. But there's ways to be able to make your children feel safe so that they feel comfortable to engage with you so that you can give them the information. If you're constantly berating your children and telling them, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that, do as I say, not as I do, those are bad parenting habits. You got to lose them. Okay, so check out some of our workshops. And if you need, give us a call or sign up for a class or sign up for one on one coaching. Okay, these are the things that we can really help with. Fathers learning how to be there, fathers learning how to have that conversation about drugs, sex, alcohol, all the difficult things that people try and avoid. And then the kid is the one that suffers because they don't get the information because somebody didn't want to talk about it or they didn't have the tools to do so. So give us a call today for fathers that want to learn how to be there for their children more. We've got smoking opportunities. Are you tired of being burned by smoking? It's a nasty habit. Smoking, vaping, all of this different stuff. Terrible habits. The research is in. I mean, it is undeniable. This stuff is going to kill you in a brutal, horrific, awful way. Right? So, how can we learn how to quit smoking? Well, I have a coaching program designed specifically for that. Look up some of the information that you can find on YouTube or any of the other platforms, and then come back to some of our information. A one on one session with us will get you the results that you want. This is results based coaching. If you want to quit smoking, give us a call, sign up, and we will get you exactly where you want to be, how you want to do it, and when you want to be there. No longer does smoking, vaping, and tobacco have to control your life. We've also got, are you looking for answers? Feeling lost? Okay, we can help. We have answers. I have answers. I was lost. I needed help. I needed something. I felt empty inside. And I tried to fill that hole with alcohol, cigarettes, all of these other things. And it doesn't work. Okay, you can hide and play video games. You can hide from all these problems, but nothing is going to work until you do the inner work and you work with somebody that has those answers, that's been in the exact position that you were in and felt like you've tried everything only to really try the one thing that actually works. You did try everything. You tried everything that didn't work. Why not try something that can work? Give us a call today. Use the information down below. Sign up. Schedule an appointment or sign up for one of our workshops, and we will get you the help that you need so you can fill that empty hole yourself with love and the things that you need to help your family. We could reach for your spouse and not another drink. I mean, one of the biggest things, I've had struggles with this myself, with alcohol addictions and drug addictions and these other things that happen in life. You grow up, and let's say you have some trauma and some things happen in your life, and then you've got these holes you're trying to fill, and then you try and fill it with alcohol and just other bad things that are not productive to what your results are. You're going to have a messy life. Trust me, I had it. I've been there. I understand it. I was able to pull myself out of the hole, and I was able to look back, look at the tools that I used, extract those tools, and I can give you those tools with a one-on-one coaching session today. Just give us a call, use the contact information below, get in touch, and we will get you the help that you need today. Okay. We can put an end to generational curses. We really, truly can. If you want to put an end to generational curses, how many people out there, raise your hand, have had abusive relationships in the past, or had childhood abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, sexual abuse? All of us have encountered some of these abuses in our life. I don't know of one human on this planet that has not suffered from some kind of mental abuse, physical abuse, or sexual abuse in their life, and that's myself included. Okay, I understand this, and I understand what it takes to be able to work through these things. Have your past events affected you personally? Well, CCW offers you an opportunity to break free from those curses and chains that chain us to that poor behavior. It really does. You can change. You can turn anger and frustration into drive and power, just like I did. Be the person you must become to ensure that you do not pass any toxic behavior onto your children. That is my plea for you. Take action, do it now, and end the cycle today. Look down below, give us a call, sign up, get in touch, and we can get you pointed in that right direction with things that are going to help you and get you where you want to be and not where you don't want to be. The father figure plays an important role in the household. Are you the solid foundation your family needs? I don't know. Are you? That question is completely up to you. I have become that, but I can tell you that I built the man that you see here today. This man did not just show up here. Okay. There was a very soft clay that this started out as. And eventually, brick by brick, tool by tool, we use the tools to carve and mold the clay to be the people that we want so that we can be the people that we want and need for those loved ones around us. Okay. The father figure, look at any of the data that we've provided or your own data. Fatherless homes produce more children, an extremely high percentage of children with mental and physical disabilities and issues that then cause other people problems down the road. End the cycle today. Fathers can help keep your family together if you want to with a few tools. Click the link down below, get in touch, set up an appointment, talk to us, and use some of the workshops that we've provided to help you keep your family together. You can stop the suffering now, okay? You can really stop this suffering right now. If you are currently suffering from anxiety, depression, um, you know, just all of the pressures of life building and stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking, eventually it will break. I mean, I did. I absolutely did. I had a breaking point, and it caused physical problems for me. My face broke into Bell's palsy because we had so much stress from a massive panic attack that could have been misconstrued as practically a heart attack, for crying out loud. This stuff, stress will kill you. It will literally kill you if you don't take action. So stop the suffering today. Give us a call. Click the link below, fill out an application, join one of the groups, and get some information and some tools you can implement to make you feel better immediately. That is the Community Coach Workshop promise to you. Okay. And if it doesn't work for you, we'll try something else. We always have another option. So we also have family mediation options as well. If you can't come to a resolution with within your own family, it might be time to call some professionals in. Okay, so we can talk about divorce, raising teenagers, death in the family, estate allocation, trauma, infidelity, and financial issues. These are all issues that every single family everywhere faces. There's not a family out there that has not had a divorce, raising teenager problems, a death in the family. It's only a matter of time before somebody passes on, and then everybody's squabbling over the assets. These things are all, this can cause internal fighting. We can help be a source of reason and a source of neutral reason to help work through that. We can work through estate allocation, but we're not attorneys. Trust me, it's not legal advice. It is the emotional side of that. Okay. We can work on trauma. We can work on infidelity. There are a ludicrous amount of infidelity cases in relationships, and we can help you work through that if that's what you want. If you want to work through it, we can help you do that. We can help your significant other see the advantages of working through that. Financial issues. Every family finds financial strain. I know I did. There were so many times when the month ran out of money and you showed up and it was the end of the money and there was still a whole lot of month left. And we had to decide, do we want heat? Do we want power? Do we want electricity? Or do we want water? You want shower or lights? Shower or lights? These are all things that I personally dealt with my family, and I have tools to help you deal with it with your family as well. So there's no downside to giving us a call. and seeing what we can do for you with the golden ticket coaching experience program or the 10% um, program as well. So as far as who am I and what is my education and background? Well, my style is a blend of tools taught by therapy, holistic training, new school coaching, family intervention from Tony Robbins and Chloe Madonis, and several other people. The work is really based on the work of Milton Erickson, who is the founder of results-based behavioral skills modification coaching programs. Unconventional Therapy is his book, and it's an amazing book. I've also studied the work of Bedros Keuilian, Ed Milet, Craig Ballantyne, Ryan Daniel Moran, Jocko Willink, Katie Morton, Phil Stutz, and many other experts in their field, because these are the people that have produced the results that I want. So these are the people who I extract information from and utilize these tools for you, the person, because I already know these tools will work for you. That's who we go to on this. So we have Uncommon Therapy by Milton H. Erickson, MD. This was written by Jay Haley, and Chloe Madonis was also under his advice as well, and she studied him very, very well. In fact, I think Jay Haley was her husband, so she was able to get a very, very close one-on-one session with Mr. Milton Erickson, and that's where she comes from. So her partnering with Tony Robbins, that is the program that I've gone through to extract the information and the tools to help you today. Okay, this is not just stuff we're just throwing against the side of the wall here. Mr. Bedros Keuilian, author of Man Up, a wonderful person, extremely good individual. He has a lot of powerful tools as well, so please check out his information. Outstanding father, leader, man, figure for all. Mr. Phil Stutz, there was a documentary done on Mr. Phil Stutz by Jonah Hill. This guy comes up with a lot of those tools processes, taking those tools from therapy and applying them so that they will actually work for you in your particular application as well. Anthony Robbins and Chloe Madonis, obviously, they're trained by the absolute best in the field. Tony is known for his out-of-the-box thinking and the results-driven interventions and workshops. Chloe Madonis is world-renowned for family interventions and healing what seems to be impossible situations for over 40 years. So this is not just some stuff we're just pulling out of a hat. This is qualified individuals who have come up with the best of the best tools, and we've extracted that to give it directly to you. Now, here are some of the testimonials that we have as well, and I'll just kind of leave these up here so we can follow through. One of my clients who wrote this on the Google page, you can see this is a real review from a real person, Karen Angus. Wayne shared a wealth of information with me. I was going through a really hard time with my business due to external circumstances. I didn't really know if I could come back from these. Wayne took me under his wing. He not only taught me a lot of the strategies of the things to do, but a way of staying focused and connected to her customers. He really gave me a lot of self-confidence to step outside my comfort zone. I learned to start being okay with being uncomfortable, which is one of the main things that we go through. It's okay to be uncomfortable. It's actually a real growing experience. I'm thrilled that he helped me and when I really needed it. I'm better and more confident at my job and have the ability to help step outside my comfort zone, which in turn brings me more business that I can do more. He was definitely just what I needed. So there's from Karen, and that definitely impacted her in a positive way. You can see we've got a video here. So you had that. And then, so you've got issues with work and you pride yourself a lot on your work and your work ethic. Yep. So this is devastating to you. Your business is not doing well. Then
I had no business at that point.
Nothing.
I had nothing. Right. Every day I got up, tears came out of my eyes. I knew exactly what was going on for that day. Nothing.
Oh my goodness.
Except for the things I was doing to work to fix it. But it's very hard when you're working to fix something. Once you start seeing the changes, it's okay. But the interim was devastating.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I could see a lot of your posts and just, day after day, I was seeing these things compounding for you. And what I do is I'm Wayne, and I have the community coach workshop program, and I have my own coaching program called the 10% experience. And for every person or every client, every paying client that comes through, I try and give back, because I know there's a lot of people out there who need help. And sometimes the people who need the help the most are the ones that are in a bad position. They can't really afford it at that time anyways. So I always make sure that we take care of our main core people and the people that do pay. And then I also reserve one spot for somebody to just volunteer services who I just see that needs help. And I reach out and I try and help that person. And I saw day after day, you were just kind of spiraling, just
Because every day I hope to get up and it would be different. And yet we woke up at the same crap.
How strong you are as a woman to be able to pick yourself up, because you had nobody to lean on. You didn't have a bunch of family members. You didn't have a lot of stuff to do to really try and counteract that. You didn't have people dropping by and, checking in on you. And I picked up on all these things, and I tried to say, hey, here's a person who really needs help and they just don't know how to ask for it right now. What can I do to help this situation? And I'm really glad that I did, because tell us about now how things worked out. Like, walk us through that process.
Okay, first, I do want to point out that, yes, I appreciate you reaching out to me, because I've been on my own since I was 16. I don't ask people for help. I've never asked people for help. Even when I was losing my business with the small family members I had left, nobody knew. I didn't go and ask anybody for anything. I've always done everything on my own. And let's talk about now. Now my business is back being steady. I'm happy again because I'm doing what I love. And, there are still slow days, but there were slow days before. The difference in the slow days now and the slow days then are, I didn't panic last time. Now I get a little bit on edge, but in the back of my mind, I calm myself. I know, tomorrow may be very busy, and that's the way it goes. Some days I have days I can barely keep up. Other days, there's slower days, but there's always going to be slower days. It just has a different effect on me now. It's like a PTSD thing. If it gets slow, I start going, oh my God, what's going on? But I know in the back of my mind that I had slow days before too.
So that's one of the things that we worked on, is some of those coping skills.
So right.
Hey, maybe we just had a bad day today. And just because
exactly
we had a bad day, and it doesn't mean that tomorrow's going to be a slow day. And you can always look back. And I've told you this 1,000 times. If you can get through the things that you've gotten through in life to get you here and now today, there is nothing that can come down the pipeline that's going to throw you off track. I mean, everybody has good days and bad days, but at the end of the day, you now have the core tools to just power through any of that stuff and just show how strong and independent of a woman you are.
There we have it. So we've got Karen, 100% real person. You can look this up. She's over in Hawaii. And, this is not somebody that was just local. There's an example of somebody who didn't even know that they realized that they needed help and didn't even know to ask for it, and then ended up being the best thing that they could have ever possibly done for themselves and their business. Another one, this is right off of our Community Coach Workshop Google review listing page. Danny Seabaugh. Wayne can help you grow your business from the beginning. I already started a business with Wayne and is coaching me on expanding my business to the next level. So again, just another satisfied customer here. Doesn't matter whether it's business or anything else. But the real, another long one here is this person wanted to be anonymous, and I'll just recognize that. It says right here, this client wished to remain anonymous. Respecting privacy is my number one priority. So I always want to respect people's privacy here. But starting in April of 2023, my life began taking a large swing for the worse. By July 1st, I found myself very much alone and emotionally suffering constantly. My situation did involve another person, and let's say the swing was affecting both of us. On a limb, Wayne with CCW reached out and asked if he could have some time with me to listen and offer what he had to help. He expressed his concern for me and could tell by his behavior. After hearing me out, Wayne advised the Golden Ticket Experience Program, which is one of our coaching programs. I attended the program, and things started quickly turning around. We would have sessions, then create goals and homework to do in the meantime, in between sessions, to help me achieve where I wanted to be in life, or in his life. Through the program, we were able to uncover different causes, but not dwell on them. We came up with different solutions and behavior patterns to help me through my issues. The program came with different styles of coaching for different aspects of life. These aspects have helped me become more well-rounded person and a much better communicator. So we helped this person in their businesses, as part of life, in their finances, in their home life, in their personal life, and in their friends and family interaction as well. That's where that circle comes in. Balancing that circle is one of the main reasons that this needs to happen. Before the Golden Ticket Program, I would have considered myself to be in an emergency state of life or a crisis state. I currently am still enrolled and attend regularly. This program and Wayne have been a godsend to my life, and been invaluable with the services and guidance provided. Okay, so that's the Golden Ticket Experience Program right there. It just works. It's worked for every single client that we've had. I have not had one client this has not worked for. Okay. All right. So in conclusion, we'll go ahead and wrap this up here. Hopefully I've provided, you should understand our mission, our values, our drive, our integrity, all the things, the core foundation of this experience. This is what it is. Okay. Wayne Winton and the CCW team are driven to serve you in your time of need. There is a huge gap between when people seek help, usually when they're already on the verge of crisis mode, and when they can be seen by a licensed healthcare provider. CCW is the bridge between that crisis point and giving you the tools that can be implemented instantly to calm the waters and ease that situation until you can get help from a licensed medical healthcare professional or mental health care professional. We are currently taking on new coaching clients for the Golden Ticket Experience and the 10% Experience Program, and to open and book speaking engagements for families and companies. Sponsorship and donations are welcome. Thank you for hearing me out. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful day, and please contact me if you're interested in investing, sponsoring, becoming a partner, or becoming a client. Thank you so much. Be well. Take care.